Zhongli is broken, and here's why. What's up guys, Mera here, and today we are going to be taking a detailed look at Zhongli's skills, build, and team composition that works on him. Before I continue though, I just want to say that if you don't want to miss my builds and guides as well as Genshin Impact news and updates, do consider subscribing to the channel. So with that out of the way, let's jump right in. First, let's take a look at his skills. His normal attack is a 6-hit consecutive attack that we see, very similar to Xiangling. And for his charged attack, he dashes straight ahead and 5 spears rain down along the path of his charge. For his elemental skill, he summons a Geo Pillar that does Geo damage, and it resonates with other Geo constructs, dealing AoE Geo damage over time. If you hold his E, it makes nearby Geo constructs explode, dealing AoE Geo damage, and creates a shield based on Zhongli's max HP, and the shield is 250% more resistant to Geo damage. His ultimate summons a meteor and deals huge AoE Geo damage and causes petrification. Enemies that are petrified will be immobilized and receive 20% extra physical damage as well as Geo damage. Now onto his Ascension Passives. His first Ascension Passive enables the shield from his elemental skill to become stronger by 5% every time it receives damage, and this is stackable up to 5 times. His second Ascension Passive enables his elemental burst, the meteor, to deal extra damage based on 20% of Zhongli's max HP. And next we'll move on to his constellation. So I'll put it up on the screen and you can take a look and see if you're interested in getting his constellation. So for the majority of the players, this is gonna be kinda irrelevant, but I do wish to elaborate a little bit on his first constellation. So at constellation 1, he can create 2 Geo constructs instead of 1. So that's gonna be pretty useful. I don't know how they're gonna implement it, but if you get 2 charges, similar to Sucrose, then it's pretty insane because you can use the first charge as a tap to summon the Geo Pillar, and the second charge to explode and deal damage. So we'll have to see just how it's gonna be implemented. So looking from this, he does seem to be more of a sub DPS slash tank slash support kind of character. He is capable of doing huge AoE damage, and he creates shields, and his elemental burst even lets you deal bonus physical and geo damage. So with that, I believe you can build him as a main DPS, but here's how I'm gonna be building him. I'll most probably be going for the Bloodstain plus the Arcade Petra set, so I can get some nice physical and geo damage bonus on him. His Ascension Passive also lets him scale off max HP, so I'll definitely keep some flat HP substats on him on his artifacts. For his weapon, I'm definitely gonna be getting the Crescent Pike on him. That's pretty much the only and the best option that we have right now. Moving on to team composition, you definitely need to have another Geo Element user to reach the full potential on Zhongli. The most ideal character would be Ningguang, so I do suggest getting her, as she does make a good main DPS for Zhongli to support. You can also use the main character, though I don't particularly recommend that at this point in the game, since the game is still very new and we don't know how useful the main character will be later in the game, and who knows, you might end up switching him or her to another element later in the game. Noelle's totally out of the question since she doesn't conjure any Geo constructs at all, though if she did, it would be pretty OP with Zhongli. Next, we would want someone that amps damage, and Barbara or Bennett will be a good choice here in my opinion. They're both capable of amping damage, provided that you have the thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer on Barbara. And they both also heal, so that's gonna be really nice as well. The last character I would include in this team would probably be my personal S tier support, Fischl, running a Thundering Fury set. She serves well in the team as an archer to provide a better dynamic to the team, as well as a more passive support DPS role where you can just switch her in and press E and switch out. Now I am going to try to get Constellation 1 on Zhongli, if possible, to maximize his DPS potential, and here's how it will all go together. So first, I go to Fischl and press E, and then I go to Ningguang to press E and activate the shield, and then I go to Barbara to press E, or Bennett to press Q to activate the damage amplification, and then I switch into Zhongli, and I pass through the Ningguang's E for an additional 12% Geo damage, and then I press E to summon the Geo Pillar to deal damage, and then I press Q to summon the Meteor and deal extra damage, and then after that I go back into my charged E, meaning I hold down the skill and it will explode everything together, dealing extra damage, and then switch back into Ningguang to press Q for the final burst. So that's my personal build for Zhongli, and I would love to hear you guys' suggestion for his build or his team composition. So do comment down below how you're gonna build him, and if you enjoyed the video, do drop a like. If you don't want to miss me pulling for banners as well as Genshin related updates, news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!